Hello, Thomas again, and this time I suppose I will speak about the English dialect or accent, as some people call it. The difference between accent and a dialect is the accent is just something that people say and how they pronounce things, whereas a dialect you're actually using the words. Um, I suppose I'm not really teaching an exact dialect because I'm just telling you how to pronounce things and not actually words and colloquial speech. However, it's properly referred to as a dialect nonetheless. Also, it's not a British accent or British dialect because of the fact that Britain contains many different dialects, and even England contains many different dialects. However, I'm going to generalize. Like if you're just messing around with your friends or something, or you want to have fun and use the accent or dialect, then this video will show you how. This isn't. I'm not going to tell you. This is what town it's from and all that. And by the way, to the people saying that that's not how we talk, well, everyone talks differently. It's called an idiolect. Uh, I mean, I'm a student of linguistics. I know what I'm talking about. So you're not going to recognize the way that you talk, and this may not be exactly how you talk. So just give up that argument, okay? Anyways, this is general dialect or slash accent that anyone in England or anyone even in America would agree with that you would come from some part of Britain, of the UK, if you use the accent, or the accent that I use. So I guess I'll speak for the rest of the video in an English accent, um, a general English accent, just to kind of show you. It may help some. So without further ado, here we are. The American accent over here, and we see the English accent over here. Over here we have, well, hold on, if I can highlight this. There we go. This is the way that you would typically pronounce these vowels of these letters in the American accent, and how you typically pronounce them in the English accent, only it's sounded out. So, looking at A, this is generally typical of all words, pronounced like this. We say in American, you would say bath, bath. That's how you'd say it. You would say bath, like I'm going to take a bath. In English, though, you would say bath. Over here we have bath, not both, but bath, bath. It's just generally typical of all things pronounced with an English accent. For example, the word let's say car. Right down here, you can see car. It's not car. It's car. It's a different vowel. It's not just the R at the end. It's a different vowel. You're saying ah, like ah instead of ah. Ah, 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 oh. Instead of ah, it's ah, ah. With the T here, we have bad. A lot of times, typically around the younger generation, there will be a non-pronunciation of the T's. You'll just say batter, like batter. You just say instead of actually saying batter. You can say batter, but that's generally used among the older folk in England. And by the way, I am very knowledgeable on accents slash dialects, as I've said that I am a student of linguistics. I know what I'm talking about, so I can assure you I am using a correct accent right now. Anyhow, moving on to the call. That's how you would say that, call. Like I said, not car, but call. The A is an ah, ah, oh, and the ah you just simply don't pronounce. Usually, if it's at the end of a syllable, you don't pronounce it. For example, in the word, even a longer word like let me think. B-A-R-B-E-D, bobbed. Even though it's still in the center of a word, it's at the end of the syllable, so you would not pronounce it. Moving on to the T. Usually, the T's aren't pronounced. You can pronounce them again. That's usually among older folk, but younger folk, they pronounce it as what. Like I have over here is the older way of saying it. What. Again, that A is or. Like there's a W right after an O, like or. What. The N is the same way, only the O is pronounced a little bit different. Actually, that's an accident. In. I'm stupid. Okay, O. Naught. It would mean not. It wouldn't mean not. It would be naught. Like naught. Like naughty. Like right there. If you were to pronounce this with an American accent, this word right here, that would be not. Which is exactly how you would pronounce naught in an English accent. And the last thing, well, not the last thing, but one of the more common ones. If I'm leaving something out, then I'll go back and touch on it. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not. If you listen how I'm speaking right now and you break it down, then I'm following all of these rules. That's just simply the basis of the accent. It's pretty simple to understand. It's not that hard to speak in. Once you do it enough, then it becomes second nature. Anyways, how you'd pronounce this with an American accent would be assuming. Well, with an English accent, it would be assuming, as in assuming, or issue instead of issue. Issue instead of issue. Or proceed, progress instead of progress or proceed. Also, something that I haven't actually heard, because the reason I'm doing this in the first place is because I found it difficult to actually learn the English accent. Searching for videos on YouTube and all that, even with several accents, it's difficult to learn, just someone being able to say, this is how you do it. This is how it sounds. When you pronounce the A in bath, it's bath, not bath. Most people don't pronounce it bath in England. Some do, of course. People are going to disagree with me, but that's because they're in a different part of England. Of course they're going to disagree. There's different dialects, different accents in all different towns. Anyone who says that is just, says it's not. I'm giving you a general English accent. I can't say, you can say, this is definitely an accent from Norfolk or Suffolk or London. I'm telling you, if you want to play around and you want to be able to voice act or whatever, you can use this accent. I'm just saying, okay? People want me to hate on me here. Anyways, raising the tone of your voice. A lot of times it's common in England to speak at the end of sentences like you're asking a question to everything. And what I mean by that is you raise the tone of your voice. It's like asking a question. In an American accent, I'll use an American accent here. You would say, can I do this video? Well, in an English accent, it would be the same way. You'd say, can I do this video? However, they say that with a lot of things that aren't a question. For example, they would say, I'm doing this video. A slight raise in tone. It sounds like I'm doing this video. It sounds like they're asking a question. In an American accent, it would be, I'm doing this video. I'm doing this video. But that's not common in America. It is in England, though. It sounds like you're asking a question to everything. Something else I didn't mention. The word your and you. A lot of times, your is shortened to, basically, it'll be like, well, I'll show you. Your equals yeah. That's what it's like. It's like yeah. Most of the time, anyways. It's generally just casual speaking. Like, I would say, what kind of clothes are you wearing? You're wearing. Or, those are your clothes. Something like that. Despite what a lot of people think, people in England tend to shorten their words, like a lot. That's the point of the batter. Instead of saying batter, they say batter. A lot of people say batter. or instead of what, they'll say what, or water instead of water. That's just because of the fact that people are shortening the words, they're just using the and you can say things faster. For example, the word refrigerator. 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 There we go. Instead of just saying refrigerator, you just say refrigerator. It's faster to say, it's easier to say, and people still get what you say. No matter where you are in the world, you should be able to say refrigerator, and people still be able to know that you're talking about a refrigerator. Nonetheless, if I left out something important anyways, then I will continue on doing this. And once again, do not tell me that I'm not using an English accent. I am using an English accent. I've been to England many of times, and I'm a student of linguistics. It's just that when you are in linguistics, you have certain characters, that people don't understand. If you go to Wikipedia and you go to English accent or whatever, it's going to tell you something that no one's going to understand. It's jargon, basically. And here's me putting it into simplistic layman's terms. So there you go. Hopefully you found this informative, whoever is watching it. And I will probably do a follow-up video and make a video on maybe a Scottish accent or a Russian accent or something. I can do both of those. Anyways, it's been Thomas Warnick, and I'll see you next time.